Robert Adler. Born on 4th December 1913, Robert Adler was a PhD from the University of Vienna in physics. Being a Jewish, he migrated to the United States of America, where he got a job in the research division of Zenith Electronics. His best invention is said to be wireless remote control for TV sets. Though it was not the first wireless remote control to be created yet, it was a much improved version of the first one, also developed by a colleague engineer at Zenith Electronics. The first version he created was an improvement of the flashlight model that used radio waves. However, due to its shortcomings, the next versions included the ones that used sound waves, did not need batteries, and such improvements concluded with the remotes that used ultrasonic signals. These had been in use for about 25 years until infrared rays based remote controls took over. His accomplishments included 58 US patents to his name, IEEE's Edison Medal, and also Emmy Award that he won jointly with Eugene Pauly, who was the first person to create a wireless remote. He died on 15 February 2007. Robert Fulton. Robert Fulton was born on 14 November 1765, and he was an American engineer and inventor who is broadly recognized with building the first commercially successful steamboat. In 1800, he was praised by Napoleon Bonaparte to propose the Nautilus, that was the first sensible submarine in history. He is also recognized with inventing a number of the world's initial naval torpedoes for use by the British Navy. In 1777, Fulton became concerned in steamboats when he saw William Henry of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, who had in advance been educated about James Watt's steam engine, on a trip to England. After the many decade of his death in 1909, he got honored in New York City's Hudson-Fulton celebration. That was for his development of steamship technology. Besides this, a lot of places in the US are named for Robert Fulton. On 24 February 1815, at the age of 49, he died in New York City. Robert Wbauer. Robert Wbauer is a scientist and also a well-known engineer. Bauer's many inventions made possible the new technology to grow up. His invention of electronic circuits has found a new ordinary place in computer. He invented other electronic products well. He received his degree in physics from California University in 1962. He got very higher education. He was an MSEE and a PhD holder in applied physics from the California Institute of Technology. He had toiled more than 25 years in industry, where he served a number of functionalities, those of engineer, scientist, department head, division manager, president of the industrial company, CEO, and so on. He worked as a professor at University of California for 15 years. He focused on designing three-dimensional microelectronics, that is silicon on insulator technology, semiconductor devices, solid-state sensors, and many more. For inventing the self-aligned gate ion implanted MOSFET, he was elected Fellow of the IEEE in 1986. Robert Koch. Robert Koch, a German physician, was the originator of modern bacteriology. He believed that microbes cause diseases in the body. He wished to find the cause for anthrax. Carrying forward Pasteur's theory of germs, Koch discovered that a certain kind of bacteria stayed in the tissue of the animal that dies of anthrax. When it is injected in any other animal, it can develop anthrax. To prove this theory, he extracted bacteria from an anthrax-affected sheep and inserted it in a mouse, which developed anthrax. In 1876, he announced the bacterium that caused anthrax and named it Bacillus anthracis. He developed a method to grow bacteria in solid environment by using broth with gelatin, which made observation easier. He also introduced ways to stain bacteria to improve its visibility, hence identifying the bacteria that caused cholera and TB. In 1905, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for his tuberculosis findings. Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.